students, in this topic we will discuss rank of a matrix. In previous video we have seen null space of A and column space of A for a given matrix A. Now we will see space called row space associated with the matrix A. What is row space of A? It is the set of all linear combinations of row vectors is called row space of matrix A. It is nothing but the set of all linear combinations of the row vectors. Okay. Note that each row has n entries in an m by n matrix. Hence, row space of A, it is denoted by row space of A is a subspace of Rn. We know that rows of A are columns of A transpose. Okay. Hence, row space of A is same as column space of A transpose. Okay. Now we will see how to find the basis for the row space of A transpose. So this is a theorem. If two matrices A and B are row equivalent, in previous video we have seen what is row equivalent, then their row spaces are the same. If matrix B is in echelon form, then the non-zero rows form a basis for row space of A as well as for B, because A and B are row equivalent matrices. Okay, this is the example. For the following matrix A, we find the row space, column space and null space of the matrix. This is a matrix given. A is equals to matrix minus 2 minus 5 8 0 minus 17 1 3 minus 5 1 5 3 11 minus 19 7 1 1 7 minus 13 5 minus 3. First we find row echelon form of A as. This is the row echelon form of A. Find out this row echelon form by this theorem. See here, first three rows form a basis for row space of A and row space of B, because these first three rows are non-zero rows in row echelon form. Okay. There are three pivot elements in first column, second column and fourth column respectively of matrix C. So the corresponding vectors of matrix A, this is first column, second column and fourth column, forms a basis for column space of A. Okay. Now to find the basis of null space of A, we find row reduced echelon form of A. This is the row echelon form. Obtained from this reduced row echelon form, this is the reduced row echelon form of A. Okay. Now this is the matrix C. We have to find the basis for null space of A. For that we have to solve the system Cx is equals to 0. First row implies x1 plus x3 plus x5 is equals to 0. Second row implies x2 minus 2 x3 plus 3 x5 is equals to 0. And third row implies x4 minus 5 x5 is equals to 0. Okay. See here, third and fifth column does not have leading one. Therefore, x3 and x5 are free variables. So we will find x1, x2, x4 in terms of x3 and x5. So we will get the matrix x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 is equals to minus x3 minus x5 2 x3 minus 3 x5 x3 5 x5 x5. Okay, which is equals to, this can be written as x3 into, what is the coefficient of x3? Minus 1 2 1. Here is not x3, so this is 0 0, plus x5 minus 1 minus 3. Here is not x5, so it is 0 5 1. Okay. Call this as V1. This is V2. Okay. So the basis of null space of A is equals to V1 and V2. So rank of A is equals to the number of vectors in a basis of column space of A. Basis for column space of A is 1, 2, 3. So, in a basis of column space A, there are 3 vectors. So, the rank of A is equals to 3. Okay. Next definition, definition of rank, if rank of a matrix A is the dimension of the column space of A. What is rank of matrix is the dimension of the column space of A, means the number of vectors in the basis of column space of A. Okay. We know that row space of A is nothing but column space of A transpose. The dimension of row space of A is rank of A transpose. This is, keep in always mind that row space of A is equals to column space of A transpose. The dimension of row space of A is rank of A transpose, and rank of matrix A is dimension of column space of A. Okay. Next, the dimension of null space of A is known as nullity of A. Means what? Number of vectors in basis of null space of A. Next theorem, see here, this is the rank theorem. What is that theorem? The dimension of the column space of A and row space of an m by n matrix A are equal. What does this say? The dimension of column space of A and row space of an m by n matrix A are equal. This common dimension, that is rank A, also equals to the number of pivot positions of A and satisfies the following equation. Keep in mind that the dimension of column space of A and row space of A is nothing but the rank of A. It is also equals to the number of pivot positions of A and satisfies the equation rank of A plus nullity of A is equals to n. Next theorem is, let A be m by n matrix, then following statements are each equivalent to the statements that A is an invertible matrix. First is, the columns of A form a basis of Rn. Second is, columns of A is equals to Rn. Dimension of column space of A is equals to n and rank of A is equals to n. These four are, null space of A is equals to singleton 0, and last is dimension of null space of A is equals to 0. Okay. Let us see example. For a given matrix A below, matrix B given such that A is equivalent to B. Without calculation, we hereby list rank of A and dimension of null space of A. Then we find basis for column space of A, row space of A and null space of A. This is a matrix A and this is row echelon form of matrix A. Okay. From matrix B, it is clear that there are 3 non-zero rows in A. So, rank of A is equals to 3. From rank nullity theorem, we will get dimension of null space of A. What is the rank nullity theorem? Rank nullity theorem is what? Rank nullity theorem is rank of A plus nullity of A is equals to n. N means number of columns in matrix A. See here, rank of A is 3 plus we have to find nullity of A. Nullity of A means null space of A. Dimension of null space of A. Here number of columns are what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So nullity of A is equals to 5 minus 3, which is equals to 2. Okay. Now here we have to find basis for column space of A. Students, here note that one thing. Here we get rank of A is equals to 3. Remember that number of rank of A is equals to number of non-zero rows in row echelon form or number of pivot elements in it. Okay, so don't get confused. Now we have to find basis for column space of A. Students, see here, first column, third and fourth column contains pivot elements. So corresponding columns to these columns forms a basis for column space of A. That is, this first column, third column and fourth column forms a basis for column space for A. Okay. Now we have to find out basis for row space of A. Okay. Basis for row space of A. Here in row echelon form, these first 3 are non-zero rows. So its corresponding rows in A forms a basis for row space of A. That is first, second and third. Okay. Now we have to find basis for null space of A. Okay. We have to for this we have to write the linear system Bx is equals to 0. That is 2x1 minus 3x2 plus 6x3 plus 2x4 plus 5x5 is equals to 0. This is from first row. Second row implies 3x3 minus 4x4 plus x5 is equals to 0. And last row implies x4 plus 3x5 is equals to 0. Okay. Here we see that second column and fifth column does not have leading ones. So x2 and x5 are free variables. So we will find the values of x1, x3, x4 in terms of x2 and x5. So we will get x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 is equal to x2 into, write down the coefficient of x2, 3 by 2 in second equation. Here is not x2, so here is 0, here is again 0 and here is also 0 and here 0 plus x5, 9 by 2. Okay, here is 0 because x2 is free variable. x5 minus 4 upon 3, next is minus 3 and here is 1. Suppose this is V1 and this is V2. So basis of null space of A is equal to V1 comma V2. Number of vectors in basis of null space of A is 2. So dimension of this for this null space of A is 2. Okay. Okay, we will stop here. Thank you.